I miss the Jolly Time Arcade in the Plaza Mall.
Are we going to talk about Wayne's World?
There wasn't there.
There was. It was quite.
We weren't talking about Wayne's World. We're talking about arcades.
I miss.
Are we ready now?
Yeah, we're just gonna keep this one going. Welcome to whatever the hell I want to call this podcast today. I'm Elijah.
I'm Ken. Hello. Whoa. I thought you were gonna jump in.
The stare you were giving me is intense.
I thought you were gonna jump in.
It's over.
Whoa!
After 100 and something episodes, we're done. It's over.
I have angered my friends to the point of
More than 100.
violence.
We're 100 and like something.
I feel like we're probably shouldn't.
Hold on.
Question.
Possible answer.
Did you guys ever find Bugs Bunny attractive when he put on a skirt?
No, did you?
No.
No, I was just asking.
Just asking for a friend.
I'm Tyler.
157 episodes.
If you're gonna spew into this.
Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo. We're at 157 episodes that are so far out there. And so there are 2 more in the bank that have not been edited yet.
And
then
one that
there's this
we're recording now.
And there's this monstrosity of the beginning of one.
160?
So we're at 160.
Happy 160th episode, everyone!
So,
Because we keep such aggressive track of
Hey, I caught the
what episode
Pokemon
we're
one.
on.
So Tyler, we picked your movie, right? You picked a movie.
We did.
You decided you wanted to go.
And monkeys might fly out of my butt.
We watched Wayne's World.
Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Okay. Right, excellent.
I've seen Wayne's World twice. I'm not as good as everybody else at dropping the Wayne's World jokes.
The sphincter says what?
What?
A sphincter says what?
What?
Hang on.
It sucks as it cuts.
It's like this podcast. It certainly does suck.
It certainly sucks. My dog is licking me in the leg.
So I listened to plug up a previous episode. I listened to our Scorpion King episode. It was boatloads of fun.
Yeah.
I laughed like my head off a couple of times.
That was a good one.
I mean, I was there on the day.
Let's talk about podcasts for a while.
And I was in that episode, like.
Did I slap that one? I slap that one.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. Like a champ. Because there was a bunch of nonsense in the middle of that was like, bleh.
Well, that and we were having weird random technical difficulties, so there were a bunch of like 3 or 4 or 5 second bits of silence that really should have come out.
Because my mic was cutting out.
Yeah. That's why Elijah's edited a couple. Thanks, Lewis.
Hey,
It didn't work.
Let's bring it back.
Fine.
Let's bring it back.
Yeah, that's why Elijah's edited a few episodes now.
If you listen to the Southland Tales one, all of the I saved us 20 minutes of pauses that were cut from that movie. That was that 10:30 in the morning podcast, and we were all sleeping. It's a good podcast edited together now.
And then
but there's long pauses, and there's just like, yeah, there's The Rock and
his stone and sandwich talk.
And Tyler was on fire, and Ken and I were droning, and
that was
we're just like, let's just.
That was when the coffee started to kick in.
Tyler just randomly burst of nonsense that actually made sense and was great. And me and Ken are coming up with stuff, but we're also rambly because it's early in the morning. It's a lot more ramblier than our usual rambles.
Well, we're rambling pretty bad right now.
Oh, this one's going to be awful. Have a good time. You said you're editing this one. But this one's Wayne's World, party time, excellent.
Oh,
Ken, plot synopsis, cast list, go. Oh my God, Ken!
Why?
2 slacker friends try to promote their public access cable show.
Wow.
What do you?
I don't know.
What are you giving me a hard time for?
It wasn't up
it's
yet.
right there.
It wasn't up yet.
That's what she said.
Woo!
Mike Myers as Wayne Campbell. Dana Carvey as Garth Algar. Rob Lowe as Benjamin Oliver. He has 2 first names. Tia Carrere as Cassandra. She only has the 1 name.
Wayne and Campbell is 2 names too.
Brian Doyle Murray plays Noah Vanderhoff. Laura Flynn Boyle is Stacy.
I love Stacy.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's the band guys are here, and
You didn't get to the most important cast.
Kurt Fuller is Russell. What? Donna Dixon is Dream Woman?
No.
Who's the most important?
I'm getting there. So I don't remember at the moment.
How could they be most important and you don't remember?
Oh, I didn't write down. Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper as himself. We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
I thought that was... I was sitting there and I'm like, wait, where's the we're not... You're worthy part? Because they walk in there and then they have dialogue. I'm like, where's the we're not worthy? Is that in this movie? Is that in the second one? Then it happened. I went, there it is. But I haven't seen Wayne's World in an awful long time.
Me neither.
I have seen it twice now in my life.
Well, I've seen it way more than that.
And I'm going to put it out there. I thought the beginning of this movie is terrific. I was sitting there going, this movie could be one of my surprise hits that I should have watched a long time ago. Maybe as an adult I appreciate it more. And then we got to the middle. And then I was like...
It does slow down a little bit in the middle.
It meanders.
I was like, let's pick this up.
It meanders.
And then the ending doesn't really gain enough steam to re-pick you back up from the beginning, which is like, laugh, 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 have a good time. And then you're like, yeah, this is pretty funny. And then I just was like, oh, man, this ending just doesn't work for me. But yeah, it was all in all bad. What's your history with the Wayne's World, Tyler, since you picked it?
I've never murdered a man before that night.
My 2 favorite characters.
Bundy.
How is
My 2 favorite characters are side characters in this movie. It's Ed O'Neill and Stacy. I didn't know Ed O'Neill's name, so I just kept calling him Ed O'Neill. And I went, he's great.
I kept
I love
calling
when
him
he
Al
takes the
Bundy.
camera.
A man can
Kill.
kill another man in battle and be a hero. But if he kills a man in the heat of passion, he's a murderer.
Oh, that's enough.
Hey,
Anyway, only Garth and I get to talk to the camera.
he takes the camera away. Ed O'Neill. Ed O'Neill and Stacy are my 2 favorite characters in this whole movie.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Opens with Rob Lowe. I was like, Rob Lowe? I didn't know you were in this movie.
I had forgotten that. No, I hadn't. Never mind. I remembered that it was. There were a couple of people that I forgot were in this movie. Rob Lowe wasn't one of them.
I miss arcades is my next note.
My first note is quick. Name the game playing in the background of that arcade ad.
Is it Donkey Kong?
No.
I thought it had ladders.
No.
Do you know any arcade games? You can't even just toss
Well, see, the
one
funny
out
thing
there.
is, it's
Tron!
not really an arcade game. It's Sonic. It was one of the Sonic games.
Oh, Sonic?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope.
It was one of the Sonics. I one or two probably.
You know this movie took place in the late 80s, early 90s. When an arcade guy can make millions of dollars owning an arcade.
This would have been at the tail end of the
arcade.
Well, not the tail end, but this would have been the beginning of the end of the arcade biz was about to
burst.
hit because
The bubble was going away because
once
home consoles were
once
coming
the PlayStation and the N64 hit homes, it was
it?
that was the beginning of the end.
All gone.
The 32-bit era was the beginning of the end for
They're
arcades.
not all gone. There's still barcades and other things.
Yeah,
But
cool...
you got a gimmick to get people in to play the arcades, and you're probably more so making money off the gimmick than the arcade.
Like Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese is a pretty darn good arcade and has pizza that's delicious. Brought to you by Chuck E. Cheese.
No.
I love
No,
Chuck E.
not
Cheese
even.
pizza.
No.
I don't know that I've ever had Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Is there one? There's not one around here. Didn't it
There's
close?
one in Harrisburg.
Didn't it close?
Yeah.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
At least for my grandmother. She tells me it didn't.
Okay.
Road
There's
trip.
There's a cool. There's a cool in the suburb in the neighborhood of Red Bank, New Jersey. There's a
Yestercades.
is that what it is?
Yep. It's right near Jane Silent Bob's Secret
It
Stash.
is, yeah, because my in-laws used to live near there, and we went. Actually, the first time I ever met them,
It's on Union Deposit.
we went there, and the cool thing is you pay like a flat fee, and play all the games you want.
You could
And
order
that
their
makes-
pizza from Grubhub.
I can't. It's too far away.
That makes.
If you could order me a pizza, I'll eat it right now.
When I said if I had all the money in the world, I would love to turn the building there on the corner of Hanover and North.
I know what building you're talking about, but you're asking the guy that doesn't know streets.
Yeah, because it's right across from the North Hanover Grill. That building there, I said if I had all the money in the world, I would buy that building and turn it into a 3-story arcade, because that would be awesome. And just charge people a flat rate and come on in and play all the games you want.
It's a good thing that we got all that money coming in from that guy.
But parking
I don't
there,
think we're getting that money.
parking there is a nightmare. Nobody would ever come.
No.
What are you talking about? Carlisle's great. Park downtown, go play some games, go eat some food.
College kids, it's in walking distance of the college, so
Yeah.
you do. It wouldn't be enough to keep the place
And we
open.
get Chuck
It
E.
wouldn't
Cheese
be-
pizza delivered there. That's great.
It wouldn't be enough to
There's
keep the
so
doors
many
open,
better
but-
choices of pizza to get brought there.
But the gimmick is I get Chuck E. Cheese pizza there.
I would rather get Vinny's pizza there.
Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm telling Luigi, you'd rather eat Chuck E. Cheese pizza than his
his
pizza.
I wouldn't, but if given the option of an arcade pizza, I'd rather eat that pizza because it's less messy.
Well, we could just let Vinny's put a pizza oven in
Pizza
our
isn't
arcade.
supposed to be
And
clean.
they could be our arcade pizza.
It should be sometimes when you want to play the Simpsons video game and eat a slice of pizza at the same time.
Nope.
That
Nope.
sounds unsanitary.
Nope.
Yeah, I was a kid.
There's other reasons why I never went to arcades.
Because fat kids like me eating pizza.
Fat
Like
kids
games.
eating pizza and leaving their mess all over the damn machine.
It doesn't leave a mess. The pizza barely doesn't leave any mess. That's
how
the
you know
best
it's
part
not
about Chuck E.
good
Cheese
pizza.
I miss the Jolly Time arcade in the Plaza Mall.
Are we going to talk about
There was an
Wayne's
arcade
World?
There wasn't there?
There was it was
We're not
quite.
talking about Wayne's World.
I-
We're talking about arcade. Oh my God, Ken! You'll never guess. We're sitting there in Godzilla vs Kong.
Uh-huh.
Tyler, not once but twice, got movie things in it.
I
Yeah, he
did.
knew who an actor was.
It was Don Cheadle and that other guy.
Yeah, there was Don Cheadle. John Cheadle was in the Space Jam trailer. They're like, is that Don Cheadle? And then I went, yeah, that is Don Cheadle. And then it was in the movie that you didn't know that you got the person who it was.
Couldn't remember his name, but I'm like, he was in this thing, and I forgot.
Yeah. But yeah,
It's gone. My moment of glory gone.
It's gone. But I wanted to tell
Like
you
all the
that-
good things I do in life, no one remembers them. It's only the bad. No good, only
Well, I
bad.
remember our dialogue during Godzilla vs Kong better than that. We were doing it like a wrestling commentation while they were fighting.
He's busted wide open.
Ah, he's bleeding.
As God is my witness, he is dead.
Oh my God. As God is my witness, he is broken in half.
Let me just pop that shoulder right back in there. All right. Oh, it gave him the old monkey punch. Before Deadpool, there was Wayne. Because Wayne talks to the audience. Breaking the fourth wall, talking to everybody.
The Mirthmobile.
Then Garth offers that tiny Dixie cup to spew into.
No,
That
you're
doesn't happen.
missing the best part. The most iconic part of this movie is
Okay, go on.
when they pop in the tape
And it's Bohemian
and
Rhapsody.
they put on Bohemian Rhapsody. Most
Good
iconic
song.
part.
Yeah.
Everybody puts that in at one point in time in their life, plays that song, and does the headbang.
That's where we need a video.
Every time.
But that never came to anything, so I was pretty upset about that. I was like, oh, I wanted that guy to spew in the tiny Dixie cup.
No. Doesn't need to spew. We don't need to see that.
If it's a severed head, I'm going to be very upset.
Ed O'Neill. I love Ed O'Neill. Only me and Garth get to talk to the camera.
It will be mine. Oh, yes, it will be mine.
You'll never afford it, man! Live in the now!
Don't look. Stacy, where?
I made eye contact.
Stacy makes me laugh is my first statement.
Prime present. We broke up 3 months ago. What am I going to do with a gun
necklace that just says Wayne?
What am I going to do with a gun rack?
I don't even own a gun, let alone many guns that would necessitate an entire rack.
That's when it gets real shady, and I'm like, he's going to shoot Wayne.
If you're not careful, you're going to lose me.
Walks away.
I lost you 3 months ago. What are you, mental? I can't. My memory's not the greatest anymore. Surprise.
What? Get out.
Was this the part where Garth fell off the chair?
Yeah, when he sees the pretty lady.
He sees Foxy. He's like
literally what
off.
she called in the movie.
That's a little bit later.
She gets shot across. He gets shot across the room. Then this is where he just falls backwards.
I fell.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I tripped. He was sitting. Shitty Beatles. So that's not just a clever name. They really are shitty. Is it okay to pitch an idea for a show that we don't own? Let's pitch it. Noah's Arcade presents Wayne's World. That's what I have written down. Marriage is declared punishment in some countries. I just have notes written down.
That bass player's a babe.
Oh, I missed the girl. I missed that girl.
She will be mine. Oh, yes. She will be mine. Excuse me? Baking powder?
I love it through the movie there's subtle advertisements.
Wait, I have that.
No, that's farther down. I have brought to you by blah 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 blah.
But if
I will never succumb to.
If you were paying attention, Pepsi definitely put some money into this movie.
Pepsi put there's random other
Pizza
spots.
Hut. Back when Pizza Hut was the shit.
This Pizza Hut's still the shit. Craig Robinson tells me that every time I watch Hulu.
No, it's not. They used to make they didn't do frozen pizza into something good. They used to actually make their pizza.
You know who else makes their pizza?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
No. Not. Nope. I don't want no rat making my pizza. It's not.
He doesn't make the pizza.
It's not fucking Ratatouille.
Yeah.
No, I definitely don't want him delivered. Did you see that thing? He looks half dead.
He's never thrilled to be there.
I've ever been to Chuck E. Cheese one time in my whole life, and I was a 5-year-old. And as a 5-year-old, I was able to recognize, 1, that pizza tasted like garbage. 2, that rat looked like he was on meth. 3, this establishment should not be in business.
Why? I went to that establishment until I was like 20.
For your brother.
Yeah. I was just gonna leave it at that. If there was one closer, he'd still eat that pizza every day. We used to have boxes of it in my freezer. We'd buy about 30 pizzas in one shot, and they'd all just go right into the freezer of my parents' house. Because that's all he would eat for lunch. At school, he would have to take 2 slices to rip off 2 slices, put it in a bag, and then so that was his lunch. With chips, with Pringles and a Hershey bar. You know, the most healthiest of children in the world sits at my parents' house. He's now a 32-year-old man and still eats about similar.
Well, I mean, Brandon eats pizza bagels all the time.
Pizza bagels.
We had
makes their own pizza?
We had Thanksgiving dinner. and everyone had Thanksgiving dinner, and I look over at Brandon, pizza bagels.
Why did they cater to him?
Because they've given up.
I don't make my family like
after the first 3 children, my parents said, "Fuck it, we're done." If he wants to just eat pizza bagels, he's eating pizza bagels. I'm not doing this fight anymore.
He's just gonna die. It's fine. Where was I? $5,000 just gave us your show. In short, how does it feel to not have a show anymore, guys? Because you guys just got $5,000 to just lose your show.
$10,000. $5,000 each.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's what I meant. Like $5,000 each.
Obie and Obies.
I feel like this movie's going to go that way, where they lose their show.
They lose their show.
LOL, Stacy has returned.
Car.
The music.
Game on.
The music, whenever Stacy appears, is great. and Wayne's face. Ugh. Disgusting.
Car.
Where did she learn that? Where did she learn English? College and the police academy movies.
English.
Yeah, that's where she learned English. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point. They point, and then they're like, "You didn't say 2 or 1." No, you don't have to.
Excuse me, but I believe I ordered the hand job. No?
It's as if Benjamin isn't one of us.
It's also one of my favorite Garth lines in the whole movie. It's like a new pair of underwear, constricting, but after a while it becomes a part of you.
Stacy arrives again while they're playing hockey and rams into their car.
Are you alright?
It's not their car. It's like
Somebody's
the neighbor's
car.
car.
I'm okay. She's got like her neck donut on now.
Yes, because she fell off the roof.
Oh yeah, because they fell through the window, the skylight,
Because she went up there with some random dude to make it
to make Wayne jealous, which that totally worked.
It was great. Hi, Stacy. He buys the Excalibur.
No stairway. Denied.
Now I have the
Garth nervously approaches drum set, sits down, attentively tests drums, unleashes face-melting drum solo.
Dana Carvey is a really good drummer. He actually did that.
Yeah, it's tough to fake playing the drums.
Mm-hmm. It's no, he's insane at what he can do. I was going to sit down at my drum set and pretend to be Garth. One, I'm lacking drums. Two, I'm not Dana Carvey.
I thought you had
You're not?
drums.
No,
You don't have drums?
You're not the master of disguise?
I do.
You're not in Inner Space?
No.
You're not in Wayne's World 2? I can't think of anything else with Dana Carvey in it. I can name 3.
He was in a movie we recently watched.
Hmm?
There was a movie we watched, and he was in it.
Kenn, clicky. Do your thing.
I forget what it was. It doesn't necessarily need to be something recent. Like something we recently watched. He was in.
It doesn't necessarily need to be something recent. Like something we recently watched. He was in.
He was not in Godzilla vs. King Kong, I'll tell you that.
No,
much.
he's definitely not there. Oh God! I wish I could remember things.
He was in The Road to Wellville.
That might have been. That's not recent.
That was not recent, if that's what you were thinking of.
That's probably what I'm thinking of.
It doesn't necessarily need to be something recent, like just something we recently watched he was in.
Oh, P.S. This movie came out in 1994, stars such epic Titanic actors as Anthony Hopkins, Matthew Broderick, John Cusack, Bridget Fonda, Dana Carvey.
Yeah, because he was like that. He was the son of the
Yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking of.
Kellogg.
Hi, mascot.
Hi, mascot. Wayne's World brought to you by Pizza Hut, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Doritos, Reebok, Unprint?
New print.
New print.
New print?
Little, yellow, different.
Yeah. Is New print real?
Yeah, painkillers.
Okay. I thought it was made up because they couldn't use an actual painkiller.
No, I remember those. Well, I mean, I didn't remember them until I saw they did the black and white with the yellow pill, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember those ads.
I did not remember those ads.
Nope. Oh yeah, I don't remember.
I'm an old man. Get off my lawn.
Yep.
It's a hilarious nod to the joke of we wouldn't sell out. And the Garf's covered in Reebok stuff. Why would we do that? Just glances at the camera.
It's the taste of a new generation.
Hey, wait a minute. Ed O'Neill killed a guy.
Did kill a guy.
Well, world's a twisted place. Then there's the gratuitous sex scene.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Garth they go to Ben's apartment.
If I had a girl like Cassandra, I wouldn't bring her to a place like this. This is a fully functional babe lair. Babes are helpless against its powers.
Car.
He really does have all quotes as his notes. I
didn't lie.
I look at his notes, it's all quotes. I just figured it was just like, yeah, I got a lot of quotes.
No, it's all quotes.
They're literally quotes of the movie.
If she was a president, she'd be
Abraham
Lincoln.
Oh, I don't have a place in my brain for all that right now. Garth goes through Ben's stuff. That's a hilarious little sequence.
by local access cable show and exploited for fun and profit. Boy, I feel sorry for whoever that's about. Or however, that was close but no cigar.
How to steal people, how to steal women from other guys.
Smooth.
Ribbed for her pleasure.
Ew.
They get Alice Cooper backstage passes, and Ben's putting on the charm. This guy's good. This guy's really good. And then we get a Milwaukee montage as they head to the Alice Cooper concert.
Oh yeah.
It was just a
with the cool licorice dispenser in there.
In their car.
In the Mirthmobile.
You didn't tell him about my pubes, did you?
Alice Cooper looks almost about the same as he did then, as he does now.
Yeah, makeup helps.
Yeah.
Makeup helps a lot.
Kids, don't smoke crack.
Is that what Alice Cooper did?
No.
No, he just got old.
He just got old. Chris Farley.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, I forgot he was in this.
Mm-hmm.
Sadness. A moment of silence for our lost Chris Farley.
You need that in the minor key.
Elijah doesn't know keys. Maybe he does. I don't know.
I took 3 years of music at college.
How'd that go?
Was it required?
No, they were easy.
Ah.
Because the teacher was... He came in one day and just was like, guys, I gotta play the drums. Just.
Oh, you've told me stories
And
about
I just
this.
played the drums for an hour and a half. It was, I'm not, it's not drums, it's bongos. He has bongos. He sat there for an hour and a half and played bongos. They said, thanks, I needed that. Then we all left. that was the class. he graded on a scale of, well, here you go, here's a grade. So, yes, I know notes. We're not worthy. It's my next note.
We're not worthy. Yeah, that's my next note also.
And the
Guys,
intelligent
you're
conversation.
worthy. Get up.
And the intelligent conversation that Alice Cooper's having with everybody else. You guys rock. This is a rockin' party. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Now we get to simply read the cards. Mm-hmm. We're Wayne's World.
Can I borrow your marker? I'd like to make some notes.
We are Wayne's World. We don't sell out. We just they took their souls. But wait, we can fix that by adding stuff to the cards. Wayne,
He blows goats. I have proof.
oh, you have all the things there. I didn't.
Not all of them.
This man has no penis. That was the one.
Yeah,
I couldn't think of.
those are the two that I have written down.
The first one wasn't as bad. Oh, there's a leaf blower. So if
I
anybody
think
hears
the
that-
first one was like he's a sphincter man or something. Sphincter
Yeah.
man or something.
It's just Victor Man.
Wayne gets fired. Garth freezes on stage.
I'm having a good time. Not.
It's Dutch door action there. I think I like that phrase. I'm nearing the end, which is a plan.
You've gone mental. I'm out of here.
They split up.
Hey, Mr. Donut Man, who's trying to kill you? I don't know, but they better not.
A plan is set.
Have you seen this boy?
I was about to say T2 reference. LOL, so random. Amazon Jungle music video. I think the snake fell asleep. Oscar clip. Is that you or the snake? Wait.
Both you and I know there is no film in this camera.
And it's loaded with film.
Where is the band? Hey Wayne.
Oh, hey guys.
I just go.
I'll just go. Hello, mascot. Russell joins the team.
If Benjamin were an ice cream flavor, he'd be pralines and dick. That's probably my favorite Garth line.
Mine might be, guys, wait up. I fell with my keys. And he's just laying there. They get the song on the air to Mr. Big.
There's just one other thing I've got to check. Which was a callback to the... I had to do... We stopped an entire tour bus. I checked 12 individuals myself.
They get the song on the air. But wait, this is the dark ending, so everything is so dark.
As if... Let's do the Scooby-Doo ending.
Stacy is pregnant and it appears for the last time.
The Stacy, Wayne, I'm pregnant. Things burst into flames. The house explodes. He's carrying out Garth. Why?
I love that. Then the lady and Rob Lowe are on like the beach. That was the best I've ever had.
As if.
As if.
Wait, we got to do the Scooby-Doo ending. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo, diddly-doo. It's my favorite ending of any movie.
But wait,
Let's do the mega happy ending.
it's Old Man Johnson.
It's Old Man Withers. He runs the haunted amusement park.
And then the ending, I don't like the mega happy ending, and that is how it ends. The mega
Fish
happy
cam!
Fish can.
It's the start of SNL and their quotable movies. As Ken has proven with his notes, which are all quotes. What do you think, Squirt?
Squeaky, squeaky.
I think he's having a good time.
Couldn't have picked the quieter toys that you have?
No. I know you're trying
Oh,
to
you got the
record.
Dark Brew. He's got his Puppuccino squeaky toy here. Dark Brew. This isn't supposed to be Starbucks at all.
No, it's not. You know where else sells coffee?
And I bet that
Chuck E.
also
Cheese?
tastes
Chuck E.
like
Cheese.
poop.
Yeah, I can't imagine the Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
I actually don't know if Chuck E. Cheese has coffee.
is very good.
I actually don't know if Chuck E. Cheese has coffee. But this is the start of SNL and their random quotable movies that just makes it hard to be like, here's a plot of this movie and things to follow. You really just need to watch it just to hear people talk and say their lines, because the movie as a whole is, like, from a story perspective,
Now,
is
what you
very
don't
general.
watch is Wayne's World 2.
Is it that bad? I don't remember it being that bad.
It's not good.
I remember it not being as good as the original, but I don't remember it being that bad either. But I shouldn't say we watched. There was a season of time where my sister really liked Wayne's World, and my dad liked Wayne's World, and my mom would tolerate Wayne's World, so Wayne's World got watched with some frequency in my house for, a couple of months, realistically. And
Can you tell me these stories? And I feel like you were in a shelter somewhere. Like you were like in a bunker.
He's in like a bunker from Blast from the Past.
Like,
Oh, there's a
well, this is
I don't know how to describe it without sounding mean.
part of the issue is there's 10 years age difference between my big sister and my youngest sister. So it wasn't until April and I were in we're deep into adolescence that my younger sisters were old enough that we could watch things that weren't Disney movies. So, like, in college, we would play Disney Seen It, Everybody versus Kenn, and Kenn would still win.
Kenn wins.
Oh.
Ken was me.
Yes. Partly because my mom's a Disney fan. So, there's that. But, like I said, I'm not kidding. When in college, we didn't do it a lot, but we played Disney Seen It, Everybody versus Kenn, and Kenn still won.
It's like when me and Mike did Marvel Seen It. Everybody versus Elijah and Mike. We ran the board. We did it in one turn.
I was not helpful.
We even let you go first.
We let me go first. I was wrong.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's not surprising. We've played games here.
Yep.
We know.
But yeah, this starts. This not the start. I feel like there was more before this one. But
What was Night at the Roxbury?
nah, that wasn't before that. Will Ferrell didn't have movies before Mike Myers.
Night at the Roxbury is the other.
Speaking of Will Ferrell movies, I was recommended to watch Eurovision.
I hear the movie is pretty mediocre.
Yeah, 98.
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
I haven't watched that movie in a long time either. But I've watched that movie
never
more.
seen it. But this is one of the things that I know is an SNL sketch that got made into movie. Coneheads.
Is it Tommy Boy one too? No, Tommy Boy's original, isn't it?
I don't know. Tommy Boy is just Chris Farley being Chris Farley. Hilarious. P.S. Tommy Boy's a
I saw this
pretty
movie
funny
in college, like freshman year or junior year, and that was the last time I'd seen Wayne's World.
Oh.
Yeah, that is based upon a slight Google search. Tommy Boy is based on something SNL and the Blues Brothers. Yep, MacGruber, Three Amigos, Dirty Work, Baby Mama, Ladies Man, Wayne's World, Superstar.
I never watched a lot of SNL, so I don't know.
I didn't either, but
Robot punches?
sure, if you got nothing else to add.
I don't.
All right.
My last note was fish cam.
I couldn't tell.
Really? Was it?
Fish cam!
Car!
Game on! I kept waiting for game off, but they never said game off. They only ever said game on in car.
Disappointing.
I wonder if they do game off in 2.
Game off!
Or if I just made up game off in my mind.
You very well might have.
You could have. It happens.
Does it? I'm looking it up. Tyler, do you want to go first?
I'm going to give Wayne's World 3.75 robot punches and 2 swings.
Wow, for a total of 5.75. What's a swing worth as far as
What was our highest rated?
Now, if we're going by horsepower, if we
Fuck
take
you!
what's our highest rate? I don't know.
our highest rate was 5, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know that we've ever given anything higher than 5 robot punches.
No.
No, I meant
If I
like
could,
as
I
far
could
as
think of
additional
others.
things like mariachis or.
Besides things like Lewis or horses.
Oh,
Horsepower
I don't know. Mariachis is the only thing that
comes to mind.
springs to mind.
I don't know. Whatever you guys want it to be. Whatever.
That's not fun.
I think a swing equals 0.1 robot punches.
So it ends up being
5.75? No,
3.77.
7.
They gave it 2 swings.
Yeah.
And 3.5.
3 3/4. Right? You said 3.75, right?
Yes.
Oh, so it
And
ends
2
up...
swings, and you said 1 swing was 0.1.
Yeah. So it ends up being 3.95.
It's 3.95. Yes.
So now if a train's going to Milwaukee and it's driving 6 miles and it's going 60 miles per hour plus 2 swings, what does it equal?
60
go
miles an
fuck
hour.
yourself.
No, but then we have to take it by the square root of pi. Because we also want to know where in the stratosphere it's located.
So, Elijah, how many robot punches do you give Wayne's World?
2.5. That middle was almost insufferable. Like, I was so hyped for the beginning of that movie. I was like, this movie's great. Look at these lines. You're so funny. And then we hit the middle, and I'm like, yeah, let's get going. I'm like, it's fine, but it's not like I
Camera
like better
one,
comedies.
camera two. Camera one, camera two. Camera one, camera two.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
That was funny. If you didn't know the commercial, that was funny.
Uh-huh. I don't have any Grey Poupon, no.
No.
Because that car is the exact car from the commercial. Do you have a Grey Poupon?
Yeah, I'm sure you're hearing the squeak squeak.
I can't tell. I'm not sure. Well, it's
Now
yeah,
he stopped.
it's hard to tell if the squeak squeak is coming through the.
It was quite loud.
Yeah, I mean, I know I can hear it, but I don't know if the microphones are picking up.
Wow. Oh,
These aren't that good at microphones.
they pick up more than you think they
They
do.
do. It's shocking, but especially while I did the other things, I can hear your chair squeak the entire time.
Oh, no, my chair's very noisy.
Yeah,
My microphone's very sensitive.
very sensitive boy.
Yeah, you could hear me anywhere in that house. Anyways, so what is your pitch, Ken?
Tom had a stroke. He's down.
Send help! Send help!
He just saw his dream woman, and he fell off his chair.
He got shot across
Sorry.
the room.
I fell.
I had to remove my shirt. It was hot. I'm sorry, Tyler.
He shoots, he scores!
Game on.
Oops, I dropped my pen.
Come here.
So, in the moment, I did not like Garth. But as we're like going back through this, I'm finding moments where Garth is
Oh, Garth is my favorite
Is-
character.
not completely ridiculous.
Garth was my least favorite part of this movie.
What?
I lean more towards Elijah on this one.
The whole, what do you want, little dweeb? And he just, like, shocks him with his gigantic Ghostbusters cattle prod he
Yeah,
pulled out
that
of his
was
car.
that was part of the beginning where I thought it was a genius movie and it had a 5-star rating.
I thought Garth was great.
3.25.
Ooh.
It meandered. Like this movie would be a 4 if it didn't wander around in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's do the Scooby-Doo ending.
Let's go back. I give it an 8.
As if...
And monkeys might fly out of my butt.
Where? But actually, Elijah is Lewis.
What?
That wouldn't be true. Lewis wouldn't have taken notes.
Lewis wouldn't have watched this movie.
That's right. Lewis would
He
make
might
fun of you.
That's what he gets.
Hashtag we miss you.
If anybody,
I miss Lewis!
Tyler demanded the arms of the angel to play. In the arms of...
That's the sad puppy song. We
Yeah.
don't play that. It makes
miss
me
Lewis.
sad for the puppies, not
It does.
Lewis.
That's what my dog looks like when he really wants a treat. I sing that to
He
him.
wants a treat. Why does that song always play when he wants a treat?
Just a glance of like he's starving. He definitely uses the hound part of his body to make that face. But yeah, this movie was fun in the beginning. They meandered in the middle, just like right now.
do the hustle.
Well, this podcast is a meandering mess.
But it's fun and brisk.
It
This
is.
is great. This is great.
We're at a brisk 49 minutes.
No, we're not brisk.
We're not brisk. We're meandering. You're right. It's not brisk. This is meandering.
Meandering. So, do we have anything else we want to talk about?
I don't know.
Ken?
I think we should do a pizza challenge now with Tyler.
We're at the Drew the Drink challenge first,
Where I
which
tie
I plan,
Tyler's fair, pay where I tie
which I
Tyler's
plan
face
on
up.
getting some.
the
It's spreading. The stroke disease is spreading.
The only piece of recent news that I am aware of, or that is maybe worth discussing, but not really, because is the fact that Sony is closing the PSP, PS3, and Vita stores.
So download all your stuff, guys.
Buy and download and buy all your stuff now. Yeah. Go and find some of those.
You know what I want a
hard
PSP
to find,
for?
high-priced, proprietary memory cards for your Vita, so you can put all your games on it.
I want a PSP again, only for
UMDs,
Crisis Core.
watching movies.
You just borrow mine.
Yeah.
I haven't played it.
I keep hoping they're like, hey, we're gonna release this just as is.
I think it's going into 7 remake. If I'm going to be quite frankly honest with you, they've hinted towards the second part is not the end of the entire thing.
Oh no, they've already. Yeah.
Well, that was the thing. They called it Part 1.
So I've also
Final Fantasy Remake Part 1, but we don't
concluded-
know of how many parts it is.
They estimated at least 3 to 4. So
well,
they
yeah,
said that
the smart money was because of the way they did the first one. That it was like it'd be like a part per disc. So
Yeah.
the first part is the first disc, and so second disc, third disc, sort of thing.
So I've concluded that at some point in time, I'm gonna have to purchase a PS5.
Okay. For Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 4 or 5?
Yes, I did my research too, and I'm like, can I play these old discs? Yes.
you could play some old discs. You could play
They
7.
gave a list
You
of
can play
discs.
7 Remake,
They gave
yeah.
me a list of games that were not acceptable, and none of what I own is unacceptable.
Yeah, because
On the PS5 for
Correct.
backward
Anything I
compatibility.
own currently will play on the PS5,
Okay.
which
most of mine won't.
is 2 games.
I was about to say you own the newest NHL and
7.
Final Fantasy 7.
And anything else I've already downloaded to my PS4, which is easily compatible for PS5, they said.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I think I have like
As soon as you
beyond.
put the disc for 7 into the PS5, apparently it just instantly downloads it. So.
Yeah, there's an update you have to do or something, but it's
Yeah.
fine. It's updates.
Yeah, I've heard some of the backward compatibility stuff with PS4 stuff on PS5 can get a little dicey, but I hear it's manageable. It's not quite so easy. This is one of the things that the people that have all of the systems say that Microsoft is kicking the crap out of Sony over the whole backward compatibility thing, how it just works pretty seamlessly.
I was about to say they
for the on the Xbox, it's just you put your disc in and it works.
and there's more, so you can go back to a whole bunch of old games.
The $300 Series S and Game Pass is a pretty attractive package as far as I like. If you like, and you just play all of your multi-platform stuff on Microsoft.
Because they go back to even Xbox One.
Yeah, because
the first
there's
Xbox.
so much backward compatibility. It's not even funny.
Whereas PlayStation kind of fell to the wayside with that, which is
Right.
annoying. And
Yes, and that's one of the things. That's one of the reasons why people are upset about the Vita, PSP, PS3 stores going away, because there's a bunch of games that either you can't play now because they're not available, or it's not, like the Infamous games are the two best Infamous. The first 2 Infamous games are on PS3 and nowhere else. They've never been remastered. They've never been up-res. They've never been
I owned a ton of games like
ported
that.
or anything.
Yeah.
The
Transformers, the Transformers games you like are on the PS3.
yeah, but they got at least War for Cybertron got updated. Although I don't know that it's still available, because it got updated, but it was expensive.
Wow.
It was like a $50 remaster.
Another $50 to buy it.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want
Pay for another game that you already have.
I don't want to. Like, I like that game. Don't get me wrong. If it had been 15 or 20, I'd have bought it.
That's how I own the whole collection again of Kingdom Hearts, was because it was on Black Friday. It was like $10, so I was like, I already bought all these games already.
Right. Well, really good example, or a similar example is Republic Commando, Star Wars Republic Commando just came out last week. I bought that thing right away. It was a $15 remaster. Yes, please, thank you very. I mean, it's not the most elaborate of remasters, but from what I remember, I'm about a quarter of the way through it, maybe. Super great. It's everything I want it to be. It's especially for a $15 price tag. Like I'm not expecting it to be super smooth and super pretty and all this stuff. I just want it, and that it was an OG Xbox game. And there are aspects, there are elements of that game that feel like an OG Xbox game. The control scheme was all over the place. I had to go through and completely rejigger the control scheme. But otherwise, that game is everything I remember. It's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it.
If PlayStation Now were similar to that Xbox Game Pass, I'd jump on that. But it just is full of junk.
Well, I started saying this, but there's been some speculation. Although apparently there's been here just in the last couple of days, there's been more information on this that I just haven't had the opportunity to glean yet. But the rampant speculation has been that, or I shouldn't say rampant speculation. There's been some speculation that maybe these digital storefronts going away will pave the way for either a more robust backward compatibility support from Nintendo or from Sony, or like some of this stuff getting folded into PlayStation Now, or something. But
just have all that content vanish.
But right, exactly. It's an awful lot of stuff to go away, to not be able to ever come back again. And like I said, especially when the PSP and the Vita both had really good, and I think the PS3 also had these really good like PS1 classics.
Yeah,
got ported to those systems, and they've not been reported. They people are saying Metal Gear Solid, the PS1 game, the easiest way to play that is on like the PlayStation, the PSP, or the PS3 or something, through the PlayStation Classics. That's gonna go away when this turns off. So like I said, the mad hope, speculation hope is that Sony has a backup plan or another plan or something else coming to make this so that it's not the debilitating awfulness that it seems like it
to just
is on the face
to turn
of
your
it.
older stuff into junk, and then they're like, "Here you go, buy new stuff when you don't want it,
right?
Because you want to play your old stuff,
right?"
It's just absurd.
But that's the only thing that I had going on. That and my brief nostalgic review of the first couple hours of
Old Republic.
Republic Commando, yeah.
Because
that game's great.
Tom Cruise got all of his movies pushed back. He wants all his movies to be open when they're full capacity. He demanded.
Oh.
Or else he was jumping ship from Paramount.
Oh yeah, so is that why Maverick? And
that's why Maverick moved to December,
and
that's why all the Mission Impossible movies moved back. The one Mission Impossible moved to like summer.
God bless you, Tom Cruise. God bless you. Now I really want that Moist TC.
Top Gun moisturizer. You know where it's sold?
Nowhere.
Chuck E. Cheese.
So, before we let Tyler read the things,
before Tyler puts this podcast out of its misery,
BAM!
I want very much to announce the movie that I'm picking for next month.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that part.
Tell us, Kenn.
See, I've been thinking about this all day.
Tell us.
It's playing on Amazon Prime for no additional cost. It's called Star Chaser: The Legend of Orin. It's from 1985.
I'm gonna hate it.
It's this.
Tyler hates
It's
old
this low budget. I shouldn't say low budget, but it's this
Oh, it's a cartoon.
Star Wars.
It was in
knockoff.
3D.
It's this Star Wars knockoff, not knockoff. This movie wears its influences out on its sleeve.
Oh my.
You can't.
Star Chaser!
This looks like something that Mystery Science Theater would do.
Okay, but so the
Clark Kent Superman?
the drinking game rules. The drinking game words are damn and hilt. If you want to play hard mode drinking game, I don't recommend you do this with shots. Add the word water. That's all I have to say.
Bye.
I'm gonna play. Because I watched this with Lauren the other week because I wanted to make sure that it was at least watchable, and it is.
Oh, I want to see it now. It's an hour. It's an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's breezy. Like I said, it and it wears its influences right out on its sleeve.
It certainly looks like
It doesn't.
It certainly looks like knockoff Star Wars.
It absolutely is.
Oh my god, there's a
knockoff.
laser sword.
It absolutely is knockoff Star Wars.
We call those lightsabers, Elijah.
You can't.
It's
not
magic.
a lightsaber.
It's magic.
It's not a lightsaber, Tyler.
I'm sorry!
Lightsabers are in Star Wars. This is Star Chaser.
It's magic. It's
Star
not, it's not-
Chaser!
But this is a movie that I watched a gajillion 5 times when I was a kid. We would rent it with some frequency from the local video game or the local video rent-a-re place that was in the MJ Mall when there was a video
Was it
rent-a-re
Suncoast?
place.
There's a video rental place in
MJ
the
Mall.
Mall?
There was.
Was it Suncoast?
It was probably gone before you came. Before
Yeah.
you guys came to town.
Because I was like, I knew of the Blockbuster and the one by the Giant.
Well, there
Oh,
was
yeah,
that
Hollywood, or
the
whatever that place was
diner
called.
up here at Fairgrounds Diner. That was a place to rent movies for the longest freaking
That
time.
was.
Oh yeah, it was. You're right. It was. I forgot.
That was.
You are
Maybe that
correct.
was
That would have been
Suncoast.
magical.
I think that was a Suncoast or something.
There was a Suncoast right up the street from my house.
Yes.
My wife would hate me.
And then when they sold off the rental copy, my mom bought it. I would not be surprised to learn that VHS is still floating around my parents' house someplace. If it's not floating around in all of my random paraphernalia someplace.
Someone give it a 10. 10 stars.
I don't know that it's 10.
Did you
but-
see it in 3D?
No, I didn't see
Can we
in
watch it in 3D?
No.
I know. Do you hear, Mom? I know.
Our mascot is sad. Mom is outside. He is
I
inside.
know.
But
No love,
so
only sadness.
I watched this movie a lot. I had not watched this movie. The earliest, or I should say, the latest I watched this movie recently, before I rewatched it here, the other week with Lauren, was 15, 20 years ago. It's been that long. I was surprised how much of this movie I remembered. Realistically, the last time I watched this movie,
We're going to do that with a movie that I pick next week.
I was
the
in
following
my,
week. so.
my middle, late teenage years. But we'll
Stop
get
being
into
patient.
We'll get into all of that. We'll get into all of that next time.
Stop being impatient. We've already had interruptions. There's another one. Just handle it. All right. Go on ahead.
I want her to stomp everywhere.
I know I want her to stop him because it's great. Because she heard me. She doesn't know I was kidding.
You're in trouble.
Most likely. But go on ahead.
It's that time of night. To
It's that time
go
of night.
to our website,
It's that
www.thepostmanpodcast.com.
that time of night.
Send us an email at thepostmanpodcast@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter at the Posterman Podcast. The Posterman Pod. I said that wrong.
It's that time of night.
Instagram,
time of
the
night.
Posterman Podcast.
It's
Facebook,
that
the
time
Posterman
of night.
Podcast.
It's that time of
Letterboxd, the Posterman
It's
Pod.
that time of night. It's
Right?
that time of night.
Okay.
It's
And
that time of
we
night.
have the
It's that
YouTube,
time
which
of
is
night.
just the plain old
It's
the Posterman.
that time of night. It's that time of night. It was that time of night. It was that time of night.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you all next week with this delightful animated feature.
Star Chaser!
And don't forget to support your local Chuck E. Cheese.
Fuck Chuck E. Cheese.
They're gonna hate it. I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be awesome.
Bye, Chucky.